Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Minecraft Archive. So as I said in the last video when I was showing you guys the Mega Cave, this video would be about giving you a tour of my brand new Minecart track system. So if I come down here below the Enterprise, I have a sign here that says to the Minecart station. And we take the stairs down here, and here we go. We got a little station with a minecart and a track, and this track leads all the way to the lock. But before I hop in there, I want to give you guys just a brief demo on how this actually works. This minecart that you just saw there is actually sitting on top of a stone pressure plate. So you can hear me when I step on it. It makes a little clicking noise to show that it's activated. And then I have a button here that says launch. Now if I put the minecart on top of the stone pressure plate and I hop up here and I hit the launch button, notice it doesn't do anything. Now if I had used a wooden pressure plate there instead of a stone pressure plate and I hit the launch button, that minecart would get boosted all the way to the lock without me in it, and that would not be very good. I'd have to go chase it down, and it'd be a long walk, defeat the purpose of even having this minecart track system. So with the stone pressure plate, I actually have to be in the minecart when I hit the launch button for it to actually get boosted. So you might be wondering, well, what the heck's boosting? If you're unfamiliar with how minecart tracks work in Minecraft, they're fairly complicated. I was surprised when I started looking into how to build this minecart track system, how difficult it actually was going to be. I found some great tutorials by a guy named Bob. There's actually 3 tutorials that'll teach you how to build a pretty cool minecart track. So I will put a link to those videos in the description. But let me just give you, like I say, a brief demo of what's going on back here. We have 2 booster minecarts, and they're just running infinitely in a loop. Now when I stand on that pressure plate, or I'm in the minecart on top of the pressure plate, and I hit the launch button, what happens is this part of the track right here connects with this little hill over here, and you can probably barely see it. Try not to get in the way. So once I hit that, this booster will actually go down that hill. And I'll show you where that hill comes out. It actually comes out right here. And it'll go up this hill, and it'll go along the side of my minecart that I'm sitting in, and it'll boost me along the track and to the lock. So let me show you guys that. Now this launch button sometimes acts funny. Sometimes you have to press it several times before it actually works. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm failing. See, there we go. It only took 2 tries that time. I've had times where I've had to press it 5 times. It's just a matter of the redstone timing, working with that button to get that booster off its track. So here we go down this very, very long tunnel from the Enterprise to the lock. There's the Mega Cave, actually. As you see doors along the edge of the tunnel, that is where caves are that I found. There you'll see some lava surrounded by glass. That actually marks the halfway point from the Enterprise to the lock, so we're already over halfway there. You guys remember how long it took me to walk from the Enterprise to the lock? I mean, quite some time. I'd say 5 minutes or so. I've timed this thing about 1 minute and 10 seconds to get all the way from the Enterprise to the lock. And so yeah, you'll see these little boosters. They're giving me speed as I go down that tunnel. And just like that, we are all the way at the lock. So I've got a similar setup here. This room's just not as spacey as the one at the Enterprise. But same concept. I got to get in the cart. I've got to hit the launch button, and it'll take me all the way back to the Enterprise. So if I climb up this ladder here, I've created just a little room attached to the lock. And here we are. So this opens up a lot of opportunities for me since I can now easily travel from the Enterprise, which is where the world was originally generated, to this new area where I have access to birch trees and lapis underground. So yeah, this worked out really nice. And I've got my monster trap. If I actually take this these ladders all the way down, that's where my monster trap is, if you guys remember that from previous videos. But actually, while I'm here, and I'm at this stove, I got a request from one of my viewers named Icy FlameX. He said that if you take lava and you put it in a furnace, you can infinitely cook whatever you're trying to cook. So I make a lot of stone from cobblestone, and that's simply made by, burning the stone. It makes it nice and smooth. It looks good. But so he said just take the lava bucket and place it in here, and it should go on infinitely. So I will go ahead and speed this up, and let's see how many of these cobblestone blocks I can actually turn into stone. Alright, so quite a bit of time has passed. It looks like I have about, after this one, 95 pieces of stone. But if you look at the flame here between my cobblestone and where I placed the lava, that flame has went down considerably, and it looks like it's actually getting ready to run out. So I'm going to go ahead and sit here and see how many more blocks I get. So yeah, right now I have 64 and 31, so I've got 95 stone blocks. So there's 97. There's 99. And there we go. So it looks like it ran out after creating 100 stone blocks. So unfortunately, Icy FlameX, the lava does not provide an infinite source, and it maybe isn't that great to use because that did cost me 3 pieces of iron, and iron's a pretty valuable resource in Minecraft. It's not always easy to find. I need a lot of it to build that minecart track. So I'd much rather use something like wood, which is pretty much an infinite resource, considering you can always chop down a tree, take the saplings, and plant more trees. Or coal, which is pretty abundant. You find a lot of it, so I use coal a lot because when you burn coal, it'll turn 8 pieces of cobblestone into stone. Wood will only turn, I believe, 2. But so yeah, I mean, the lava is nice to be able to turn 100 blocks of cobblestone into smooth stone, but probably not worth the 3 iron. So I'm going to go ahead and hop back in my minecart, and let's head back to the Enterprise. And sometimes it turns you around when you first get boosted and get a little dizzy. Oh, but yeah, I also wanted to give you guys an update on the Mega Cave. I mentioned that earlier. I explored the Mega Cave for probably 2 more days after I made episode 12, and I still never found an end to the cave. It kept getting bigger and bigger. There's still areas I have not begun to explore. I've actually created a small base in there, just so hopefully one day I can find the end of that cave, but it was just starting to take up too much time, and it was too big of a distraction to finishing my minecart track system. I finally said, okay, I've just got to get out of there. So I may give you guys a tour of that in the future, but for now, I've got bigger and better plans. In the next video, I will be finishing my monster trap below the lock. So if you guys are wanting to follow along and prepare for that, you'll just need to dig out that large room that I dug out when I was looking for lapis, and dig out those channels. So Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and next one should be coming here relatively soon. And thank you for watching.